Hi guys, Mr. Murphy. Just going to go over a couple of questions on this last quiz so you can study them tonight and be ready for the quiz tomorrow. Now this standard 7.rp.1 will not be on the test tomorrow, but if you didn't get a 4 on it, you can say, hey, this is how you compute a unit rate, create your own unit rate problem, and then explain how to solve it. So I'll go over this one, which is harder than the other one. Savannah is frosting cupcakes. She uses 1/5 of a cup of frosting to frost 1/8 of the cupcakes. What is the unit rate of frosting per cupcake? Show you work. So the frosting per cupcake is the important part here. It tells us we're comparing frosting and cupcakes, and the units is cupcakes. So I'm going to take 1/5 of the frosting and divide it by 1/8, which is the cupcakes. So that's really basically simple in just going like, hold on one second. I don't even have to do that. So 1/5 divided by 1/8 equals, so keep change flip, so 1/5 times 8/1 equals 8/5. And you can reduce that to 1 1/3 or leave it at 8/5 frosting per cup cake. That's it. 8/5 8/5 cup of frosting per cupcake. But if you just put frosting per cupcake, that'd be fine. And that was the big mistake most people made, is they didn't put the units down. This second one, the table shows the walking distance per minute. Determine the minutes are proportional to the walking distance by graphing the coordinate plane. Justify your answer. Now, I can't draw little dots on here, but you're supposed to take these numbers, these coordinates, and graph them. So 130 would be 130, would be this dot. 390 would be this dot, and 150 would be up here, and then 210 would be up here. And if you draw them, it would be a straight line. See if I can get a straight line going somewhere. Nope. It would be a straight line going through the origin. So just remember, on the graphing problem, if you want it to be proportional, it has to be two things. It has to be a straight line, and it has to be going through the origin. Finding or recognizing a proportional relationship in a table, I just divide the y value, in this case cost, by the x value, number of chocolates. So 450 divided by 3 is, I'll put it in Google, 450 divided by 3 is 150. You can see it, you can't see it over here, 150. So 450 divided by 1 by 3 is 150. 7 divided by 5 is 7 divided by 5. 500 is, sorry, yeah, 700 divided by 5. 700 divided by 5 is 140. So already 450 divided by 3 is 150. 700 divided by 5 is 140. So they're different, so it can't be proportional. I don't have to go on. 7RP2B, what is the unit rate? So I'm assuming it's proportional because they're asking for the unit rate. If I'm not sure if it's proportional, I have to check to make sure, divide all of these, y divided by x, and then backtrack to 0, 0, making sure it goes through 0, 0. But I'm assuming it's proportional because they're telling me to find the unit rate. So I'm just going to divide 100 by 2. That gives me 50. So the answer is, I don't have to write it down here, 50 meters per lap. the per lap, meters per lap, is what a lot of people missed. Number 6, the following equation, the unit rate is, so in this equation, y equals 8.7x, 8.7 is the unit rate. This equation, 32y equals 8x, I have to get rid of this 32. So I'm dividing, this is 32 times y, so I'm going to do the opposite operation and say 32 divided by 32 is 1, but there's an equal sign, so I have to divide the other side by 32. So 8 divided by 32, 8 divided by 32 equals 1/4, because 8 goes into 32 4 times. The equivalent fraction of 8/32 is 1/4, if that's the way you like to think about it. Okay. Number 7, the graph. Find the unit rate. So here's my graph. It looks like it goes through this dot right here at 10 and 50. So the unit rate will be 10, it will be 50 over 10 will be a rate. So the unit rate would be 50 divided by 10, which is 5. And that would be 5 cupcakes per scoop of flour. So if I recognize that the point there was, the point was 1050, if the point was 1050, so I take any point, and it's just like a table. So these are points, like this table was 2, 100, 4, 200, and this is the x coordinate, and this is the y coordinate, and I divide the y coordinate by the x coordinate. So 1050, this is the x coordinate 10, this is the y coordinate 50, so I'm going to say 50 divided by 10 equals 5 cookies per scoop of flour. And that's it. Number 8. What does the point 0, 0 represent in this situation? So 0, 0 is the origin. It's the starting point for my proportional relationship. I have 0 hours written and 0 paragraphs. 0 hours put in and 0 paragraphs written. The point 15 is my unit rate. After my first hour of writing, I have 5 paragraphs written. What does the point 525 mean? After 5 hours of writing, I've written 25 paragraphs. Okay? And then the only other question we have, the new question, is on core standards. I hope this is the right one. There it is. 7.rp.2c. And that is represent proportional relationships by equations. So I'm going to be looking at tables like this and graphs like this to find the equation. And you're already halfway through with it. When you found the unit rate in this table, the unit rate was 50 meters per lap, then the equation is y equals 50x. Very simple. Down here in this table, or in this graph, we saw the unit rate was 5, so the equation will be y equals 5x. You can use cookies equals 5 scoops of flour if you want, so a C equals 5S, but it doesn't matter that much what letters you use, because those are unimportant. All right, so we have everything. You have 7.rp1 where you're writing a unit rate and explaining it to me, writing a word problem. 7.rp2a, which is recognizing a proportional relationship from a graph. 7.rp2b, which is writing the unit rate from a table or a graph, and then 7.rp2c, which is writing the equation, and 7.rp2d, which is explaining the points on a graph. All right, so good luck on the test tomorrow.